the gentlemen look even better if I might add.
So we have to share them, guys. So go ahead.
We are going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to introduce, they're going to come in, introduce themselves at some point, and then we're going to get this started. So DJ, let us go.
I was born here about a good almost 20 years ago in the United States of America. I currently attend the illustrious Prairie A&M University, where I will be completing my bachelor's degree in finance next May, God willing. Currently, I aspire to attend graduate school after I finish my undergraduate. This summer, I'm currently in Austin, Texas, interning in Google's business department. And pretty much, I guess some things to know about me, some fun facts. I've competed in cross-country running since I was in middle school, and I'm currently a D1 athlete at PV. I like traveling. This is actually my first year back in the States for like the last 4 summers, so it's a bit adjusting back to this Texas weather. I know you've all felt that this weekend. Some of my current ambitions are I would like to eventually get into a role that helps work on socio-economic empowerment in developing countries through financial education, technology, and creating equitable opportunities. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Brianna. Now, if you are to win this contest this evening, how exactly are you going to represent the Gotabgaa community? What's your platform this evening?
Thank you so much. That was such an amazing question. I would say something that I've thought a lot about as I've entered this competition and I've prepared over the course of the last few months is really the importance of education and the impact that that's had on my family and giving me the opportunities to be where I am today. It was through education that my mom was able to get an internship in Orlando, Florida with Disney, and she was able to come here. It's through education that I'm able to pursue business opportunities in large tech companies. And I feel like it's something that's so deeply rooted in our culture, and it's really been able to even bring us all here to have this opportunity to come together as prosperous people of this community. So, when I first went back to Kenya after a long time, when I turned 16, my mom took me back to Kapsaret, and I was able to, yes. While I was there, I was able to visit the primary school that my mom attended, Lubbock Elementary Primary School, and we were able to bring small funding there, and through the work of my mom's foundation, the Ogula Hope Foundation, we were able to provide a kitchen for the school and help build a boarding school for the girls so that they're less likely to be sent home and be married young. And through that amazing opportunity, I've decided that it's so important that we bring back these opportunities back home. We come here and we work so hard just to put food on the table, but I think we should all challenge ourselves to take it a step further. And I believe to really exemplify what this pageant is about, to have beauty with a purpose, we should also challenge ourselves to enact that purpose in everything that we do. So, something that's really been on my heart is having, with all of the different initiatives that we've started this year and the years before, we take this organization and we bring it back to Kenya and let them know that they've not been forgotten, that we have not forgotten them as we've come here to prosper. And this December, through the help of all of y'all, if we could fundraise money and go back to the school of our choosing, and we give it back to those children there to let them know that we're still thinking about them, I think that would be very impactful. I think it's just one step in the long-term goals that I have, and I hope you all can believe in me enough to bring that to this organization and show just how powerful we can be when we come together as a community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. DJ, play her off the stage for us, please.
And tell us what it's all about.
How you guys doing tonight? My name is Ian. I'm from Houston, Texas. My family is from Nairobi, Kenya. I haven't actually been home yet, but yeah, don't judge me. But I plan to go back in December. But yeah.
All I had is Ian. I think am I the only one? No. So I want to hear your last name.
My last name? Kip Kudi.
Kip who?
Kip Kudi.
I guess it's not ours. You said Kip Kunyi. So let's do it again. Let's give it one more try. Ian who?
Why you trying to play me? Kip Kudi. Kip Curry.
Kip Curry. So that's Ian Kip Kirui. Love you, man. So, Ian, I want to ask you one question. What do you love about Kenya?
What I love about Kenya? So I was raised in a Christian home. So my faith is probably definitely the most important thing to me. I don't know, it's just something about like the way that like people from home like praise and worship. Like for me that's probably like my favorite part about my culture. But like I said, I've never been home, so I'm always right. So like every Kenyan I know is related to me. So but yeah. But yeah, like whenever I was younger, like I never really took it as it was never as important to me as it should have been. But I'm like just now starting to try to delve more into that, try to get to know myself.
Thank you so much. Where are the parents of Ian? That tells us more. Let's take these guys home. Please. I'm going to urge everyone, let's take these guys home. It means a lot. Because we get them to connect with our roots. And I don't think you can put a value to that. So let's take our kids home, please. Okay, thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then just to speed things up because we're running later time. I'm going to ask my question, everything all up in one. If you were to win this contest today, what would your platform be? So your name, a little bit about yourself, and your platform.
Okay. Chamge. My name is Shipra Chirotich Mite. I'm 23 years old. I'm a pre-med student at Lower University, and I'm doing my chemistry right now. My clan is Kiplagenek, and the animal name is Cheplanget.
Yes.
So, I am from Gotabgaa, Reggie County, Ketchikan County.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and answer a question about if I win this contest, what I'm going to do. For me, one of the main things I would like to talk about is sanitary hygiene for schoolgirls back in Kenya from low-income communities. So, some families, they can't afford to buy money for food, and sometimes they don't have that extra money to buy sanitary hygiene products for the girls in school. So, I'd like to be able to work with the women in the diaspora. Are you with me?
Yes.
I'd like to work with them, and then they can give me some donations. We can talk together, and then I'll be able to contribute. We can get the donations to this group organization that works in providing sanitary hygiene products to schoolgirls in Kenya who come from low-income communities. So if I can talk to the women in the diaspora, and we can work together, and we can make sure we contribute to this organization. It's called Zari Organization. It's for Africa. So thank you guys. That was what I would like to work with you guys. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew. Quebec. I'm 25 years old and today's actually my birthday. So
Happy birthday, Quebec.
So I'm going to ask the same question she asked the other contestants. If you win this contest today, what are you going to do to change the community?
So as a first generation Kenyan, the most important thing for me is actually having a connection with my community and my heritage. So I feel like as years go on, we start to become more Americanized, which is fine because I am still American, but at the same time, I want to make sure I have a connection to my home. So I want to use that platform so that other first generation Americans, we can have something to still connect us to who we are and what we are.
I know that's right. Bring them out.
Thank you, Matthew. How are you going to use it to benefit this community or the Kalenjin community at home?
Thank you, Audrey. My name is Eve Kibet. 29 years, mother of 2. If I win this contest, I'm going to use this opportunity to conservation and urban planning, especially in Kenya, which I think we need a lot of efforts put into environmental conservation and also urban planning in our cities. Thank you.
You didn't tell us what you do for a living. I think this crowd would like to know. What are you by profession?
I'm an advocate in Kenya, and I'm trying to be an attorney in the state of Dallas.
Thank you very much.
I don't know about you guys, but you know, you such a sumi go Hey, they will not put what I have. Do you understand it? Okay. But as in, these things are sometimes are meaningless. It's just a hairstyle. So when we were growing up, our parents thought or think that it's a bad influence for the kids, but it's just a hairstyle. It has nothing. So what I was telling them is when I was growing up, when they saw kids with this, they'll think you smoke weed. No. Okay. So I want us to tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself. And I'm going to ask you, if you win this contest, what are you going to do differently in the community? Okay.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
My name is Jamal. Keep quiet. I'm 18 years old. This is my hometown, I guess. I'm from Dallas, Texas. That's a little bit about me, I guess. So if I were to win the title of Mr. Kalenjin, I'm very fortunate to have my mother here, who's very she has a strong role in the Kalenjin community.
I'm the same one.
So I think I would use the people I have around me to try and influence the youth more and push everything that the elders and everybody who's working towards the community, give them a good, give the youth a good person, a good leader to look at, and push everything that the elders are doing in the community.
He had to say I am his mother. Now you all know I'm an old woman. It's okay, just DJ, play him off the stage.
Love you, man.
Well, good evening. I am going to ask you the same question we asked every contestant. So first, I'd like you to tell us your name, something about you, you can tell us where you're from, and then finally tell us if you were to win this contest today, what impact would you have on our community or that of our community back home? Otamege Tugul?
Chamge.
Otamege Tugul?
Chamge, mommy.
Okay, thank you for attending this conference. We need to support our culture. And if I win this, I would emphasize on indigenous knowledge education. We need to retain our culture. Kalenjin is our identity, it's our heritage. We need to know how back in the days things were done, and we need to retain that. And another thing I would like to bring home to the US. We are growing, we have influence on the modern society, we need to retain that. And we need to bring them and show them how things are done here, how we are doing this as Kalenjin community. And we need to take back also the US to the Kenyan society. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I didn't identify myself. I'm Aileen Chepkirui. I stay in Kansas City. I graduated in Kenya. I was doing telecommunication engineering. I relocated in May, so I'm just 1 month old. And I'm excited to be here and see you all here. Let's keep the spirit.
Right.
Thank you so much.
I see Audrey doing this, I don't know what that means. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, and if you win this contest today, what are you going to do differently to the Gotabgaa community?
My name is Victor. I'm from Kansas City.
Victor, long.
So mine will really be simple. If I win this contest today, I'm one person who advocates for unity and togetherness of all the students. One thing is I want to bring in all the students who are not in Gotabgaa. As a youth leader and being a youth, I want to make sure that all the youth are part and parcel of us. Because without the youth, we need the youth because they are the leaders of tomorrow. And you as our parents and as our friends, we need each other. And so the youth, this is the person who is to bring you on board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victor.
No other name.
Victor. They just know you by Victor. Victor who?
And what does he do?
So,
What do you do?
my name is Victor. I don't mind if you call me Maga. Last name, my name is Victor Murgod.
I don't know more.
Ara Murgod. Thank you so much.
University with, in Natural Science, first class honors. Now, yeah, I just got married here, and I'm planning to do my master's in health industry. Yeah, health industry sounds like a promising career here in America. Thank you. Now, what I would drive after, as in the opinions of my drive for this position, if I get it, is to talk about depression. Thank you. Now, I lost a close friend, a family, due to that problem. I think in Africa, we generally ignore the mental issues. People don't talk about it. It's not a comfortable thing that people talk about. People are scared of gossip. People are scared of how people will react to it. Yeah, but honestly, just talk about what you're going through. Okay, for instance, there's some things you keep them secret, but it's good to talk to someone you don't know. Like for instance, I like the way the Catholics does. I talk to a priest, he doesn't see me, I tell him everything that, you know. Yes. Okay, for me, I'll talk about that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, those are our contestants. They've introduced themselves to you. The next round, we want them to show their African, their cultural, their ethnic looks. So me and my co-host will get off the stage, because we've been on here. We want you to take a good look at them, and judges get to judging.
And as we go, I want to thank all the parents. Those kids, what I noticed is they are all well educated. So I appreciate the parents for the hard work, and I love yourself. Thank you so much. So I guess off we go.
So the next session coming up is going to be our evening gowns. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. But as we wait, for them, let's try and shake a leg. Mr. DJ, y'all please liven up, right? Yes. Give us a really good number. Well, the Wazes, the Vijana, all of us can get up and shake a leg.
Who is Robinson? I need Robinson up here. Mosoni.
Hello.
Mosoni. Okay, so while we wait for them to get ready for the next session, but we are privileged to have the diaspora chairman, US diaspora chairman in the house. So I want to welcome him to come and say hi and to share the dream of their office. Alex Karundu, karibu sana.
Champion, that is the farthest my Kalenjin can go. Your Excellency, Governor Sang, Excellency Deputy Governor Stanley, Member of Parliament, all protocols of that. I've just come in a little bit late. I've not been able to familiarize with who is who in the meeting in the gathering.